This is a demonstration to teach you how to do linked stitches. Now, if you have tried to do linked stitches, you undoubtedly discovered how much they are similar to Tunisian crochet. This is because a linked stitch is actually Tunisian crochet. All of the mechanics are the same. You can use all of the different stitches that you would normally use in Tunisian crochet. The only difference is that you are working across short rows, not the short row technique. They're just short rows, just a few stitches at a time, and you are doing them in a join as you go method. So if you have a row of single crochet right here, this is the back of the single crochet, and you work a linked stitch on top. This is the full length of a linked double treble right here. Now I have worked this in an Aran weight yarn. It is called With Love by Red Heart. It is a lovely yarn, but as you can see, it's very stiff for this demonstration. This is solely, it can actually stand up on its own. This is solely to let you know that in some applications you will need to go up in hook size just like you would in regular Tunisian crochet. Since I have used an eye hook here with this Aran weight yarn, I'm getting something that's lovely, and it may work for an afghan, but it's not going to work for a garment. It actually, like I said, stands up all on its own. If I wanted to wear an afghan, I have plenty of those in my home, I'd rather have something very drapey. Now here I have done another swatch with the same hook, and this is with DK weight yarn. This one is with Plymouth Encore DK. Same hook size, you see it produces something more airy, but it is the same stitch. It is linked stitches altogether. With linked stitches, you can actually link any of the Tunisian crochet stitches except for, I don't know how I would link single crochet, but let's start here. These are half double linked stitches. Row of single crochet, double linked stitches, row of single crochet, treble linked stitches, another row of single, and you see how they're getting longer as we go up, double treble. Now this is what's used in the very popular cape sleeve cardie free pattern from Karen Yarns. And here we have a treble treble, goes double treble, then treble treble. And you can actually continue going up, although I don't know that they have names for those stitches. You can actually go up. The treble treble here had 6 loops on my hook that I had to close for each stitch. Half double is 3 loops, close through 3. Double is 3 loops, close through 2 times. Treble is 4 loops on your hook, close through 2 3 times. Double treble is 5 loops on your hook, close through 2 times. Close through 2 stitches 4 times, and then it just keeps going up. You could literally continue with more loops. It's infinite that you could continue. The beauty of these stitches are that you can use a lot of height for your stitch to make your project go quickly, but they don't have all those holes in them. Look how wonderful that is. Another thing that I have discovered with the linked stitches the way that I have done them here is that I like both sides. Here's the front and here's the back. With the cape sleeve cardie, I had a very difficult time making a decision about which side to use. In our crochet along, everyone is just instructed to pick the size they like best. Now, if you'd like to do the very tall linked stitches, here are a couple of projects that will demonstrate and show you just how many linked stitches you could have. This is the Geneva scarf from my Tunisian Cables to Crochet from Annie's. It's available now from Annie's in hard copy and download. And because it's Tunisian crochet, I literally have some stitches here, then I have some drop stitches, and then linked stitches. This one actually has 10 loops. So you see, you can use any number. It is just Tunisian crochet, and since it's Tunisian crochet, you can use any stitch, a knit stitch, simple stitch, working through the horizontal bar. It's just Tunisian crochet worked in a join as you go method. They are short rows. See, this was worked on just these stitches and joined here. Here's another example of linked stitches where I have worked across 10. Here I worked these 10 here, and then I joined these. These are very tall linked stitches. It is the same technique where you are working linked stitches this way, but because it's Tunisian crochet, you can do anything you want with the stitches here. Now, I'll begin working one of the stitches for you. For the linked double treble as shown in the Cape Sleeve Cardie, a free pattern from Karen Yarns, I'm working on a first row of single crochet because the pattern alternates single crochet and linked double treble. So according to the pattern, we're going to chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to work our beginning linked stitch. You skip the first chain, and then you will pull up loops in the 3 remaining chains. 2, 3. Now I've written the pattern so that you will work into the first stitch. Ordinarily you would skip that first stitch when you're working stitches with height, and the chain normally would constitute the first stitch. However, I find with linked stitches, it's easy to miss this chain here when you're coming back through and working the next row. So what I've done here is I've worked into the first single crochet. Now yarn over and pull through 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the beginning linked stitch worked in the very first single crochet. Those of you familiar with Tunisian crochet will automatically see on this row there are the vertical bars that you would ordinarily work into for simple stitch. Now you could do this for any application that requires a linked stitch. I just personally don't particularly like the Tunisian simple stitch. I don't like the way it looks, and I know a lot of people are going to be surprised to hear that coming from me, considering how much I like Tunisian crochet. I just don't like the look, and I prefer to work into the vertical bars of the linked stitch. Now those bars are right here. This one right here, that's 1, and this one is 2 and 3. This is my own personal preference. If you prefer to work into these bars, these horizontal bars here, perfectly acceptable. You'll have a linked stitch. It's just, this is my personal preference. You can actually work in any Tunisian stitch for that. I prefer this one for linked stitches. Some patterns I have may require that I work into those bars, but this one, this is how it was done. Go into the next stitch to pull up a loop. Now you'll have 5 loops on your hook. Pull through 2, 2, 2, 2. There's another one. That's how the linked stitches are worked. Let's do it again. Now you see you're not yarning over the way you would normally. You're just inserting your hook and pulling up a loop. 1, 2, 3 along the side here, and then 1 to grow on right here. See, now you have 5. So close them, pull through 2, 4 times, 3, 4. Now you'll see these stitches are linked up. Normally when you work such a tall stitch, they're going to have holes. These are all linked up together, making a beautiful fabric. Let's go one more time. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 in the next single crochet. Now pull through 2 and through 2. Again, last one. Now see, I've got 4 linked stitches here. These are the double trebles. Again, I like both sides. I had a very hard time deciding which side to use as the front for my project, and in the end I believe that I used the back of it. And that is the linked double treble.